channel. Today I'm going to be making two candles, two different sizes. I've already did my calculations to measure the candles out. I've already cleaned my jar, so let's just get right into it. Today I will be using GW-454 wax mixed with also some white pellet beeswax. Turn on my scale and measure out my products. Tear out my scale and put it on grams. So for these two candles, I will need 558 grams of 454. The good thing about this wax, it comes in flake form, so if you over pour, it's easy. It's easy to just take it out. Got that measured out. And now we are going to wick our jars. I have some 3-inch wicks that I will be using. This is an Eco 1 wick I'm going to use for the smaller jar. These wick stickers came from Candle Science. It's kind of difficult since this is longer than the sticker. The tab, so I have to hold it up. Hopefully that's about even in the middle. Since these wicks are a little bit shorter, it's still long enough. So okay. For this larger jar, I'm going to use HTP 62. This is a 12-ounce salsa jar, and this is a 16-ounce salsa jar. I'm going to try to fill this one to about 9.5 ounces and this one to about 14.5 ounces. The wicks I got from the Flaming Candle. The jars, the smaller jar I got from Flaming Candle, and the larger jar, I believe I got that from Fillmore Containers. This jar has like a slight line on the side of the glass, so that's how I'm able to tell where I kind of want. Hopefully get this centered correctly. Just trying to make sure that's pretty even. Like I said, there are lines on the side of the jar. Okay, now that that part is done, now it's time to, I'm gonna go melt this wax using the double boiler method, and I will come back. Adding it to the double boiler, and it will heat up. So the wax is just about melted. I'm about to check the temperature. So this thermometer is reading at about 190. I'm about to get my digital or infrared one and see what it says. This is reading surface temperature 202, so it's about right. Just want to show you the difference with the actual regular thermometer versus infrared digital thermometer. So we are just about ready to take it off the heat and add the fragrance oil. I have taken it off the heat, adding the fragrance oil. I like to just sit this right here while I stir, get all of it. I think that's good.
typically keep my containers close to the stove. The stove heats them up, so they're kind of warm. So it's my way of heating up my jar.
So it is at just about 160 degrees, so it is time to pour. I'm gonna give it one last stir. Make sure everything is mixed in well. Now it is time to pour. Let's check the temperature one last time. So yes, it is time to pour. Try to hold this while I pour a larger candle. Did I over pour that one? I got a little extra wax. Dang it. I thought I measured it perfectly. Guess I didn't. It's okay. I haven't mastered when I'm measuring for multiple candles yet, so it is measured a lot bigger than. So it is the next day, and the candles that I made yesterday have dried. So first I'm going to cut the wick. I'm going to be marbling both of these candles. So I'm going to use my thermometer and poke 4 holes around it. The color I'm going to use is a orange color. I'm hoping that it turns out like a peachish color. So we'll see. So I'm just going to stick a hole along the edge and go all the way down. I saw this technique from another candle maker. So I'm just going to do 4 holes around the edge to stick the color through. I actually did it wrong. I normally heat the jar and then stick the hole in. So we will see how this works out for me. I'm going to stick all of this back onto the candle. For the second candle, I'm going to heat the jar and see if it makes a difference. So 4 holes, as you can see. I will be using a bobby pin to put the color. So I'm just gonna bend this I'm gonna dab some color onto the bobby pin and stick it into the holes. I placed something up under the candle just in case the liquid. You don't need much. So I'm just gonna stick this down the side and push it down as far as I can. And I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna douse the bobby pin in oil and do the same thing. Try to get as far down as possible. Do that again. Again, I'm not putting that much. I just want it to coat. Go down as far as I can with this bobby pin. And one more time. So put that down in there. Like I said, as far as I can. Pull it back up. If you guys know of a better technique, I am open to suggestions.
And I'm going to use my heat gun to heat this out of the jar and the top. I'm going to start with this. Trying to pick up on this is just a little bit of dye on the bobby pin. So pretty much going to melt this on the side and then I'm going to spin it. So I'm going to spin the candle in different directions.
This is how it looks once it's completely melted. Not completely melted, but, and it will look lighter once it dries. So I'm going to put this away. So I'm going to do the same thing for this candle, but this time to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to heat the wax on the sides first and then put the color in.